qualifying race. This week we are at Daytona. It's just me today, no Chunk. He has had an unfortunate accident with a climbing frame and done his leg in. Better racer than he is adventurer by the looks of things. But we all wish him a speedy recovery. There are more accidents outside the track than we do on it. So 15 laps around Daytona road course. 9 drivers to advance. Let's see how we get on. Who's out first? I think that is Jay. No. Dad. So Dad's out first. I think he is one of the title contenders. We'll see where he is for points. So this is a track with lots of straight line speed, lots of long straights, twisted bit in the middle, lots of potentials for accidents as well, so very interesting to see what happens. So I've got no one to vote for favourites this week. I don't know if anyone wants to put some in, but practicing with Dad and with Gloss over the last few days, them two guys are extremely quick around here. Dad is currently in the lead of the GT Championship by 4 points to Panda. Gloss has fallen away a little bit, but if anywhere he's going to make a comeback, it's going to be around this track now. Oh, Chunk's on stream, Chunk's watching. Gloss for the win. Be nice to have another winner. No more victories for the cheater car. So I wasn't here last week, but we had the death chicane. Now we've got the Daytona bus stop. Infamous for penalties, infamous for crashes. See what happens. Let's jump on board with Dad from the passenger seat for a lap. See what times we set. I'm expecting a quality time in the low 45s or high 44s, based on what we've seen over the last couple of days. Using all the exit of that corner there. .28.6 through the first sector. This is one of my worst corners. Dad makes it look easy. And then a very important corner that leads onto the back straight for the bus stop. There's a little bump in the middle of this road as well, you've got to be careful on. Again, navigated it quite well. Now, Dad's got all the clean air he could want in the world, but he is giving slipstream to the cars behind. Let's see if what his lap time is and who beats it. Coming up to the bus stop. How brave is he going to be on entry? Late on the brakes, taking loads of curb. Textbook, to be fair. Just a straight sprint now to the end. Taking that low line, shortest distance possible. So this week we have a night race as well. So it'll be sort of late afternoon into night for the sprint, and then start at night time for the feature race. 45.2 for Dad. As people start popping through. Azrael, another American on a home track. Good. Great lap time, putting him into third position. As I said, Gloss in second, chasing Dad down. Bibby in the pit, I think he had a bit of an incident. I'm not sure why he's not gone out on a second lap unless he hasn't got time. Highfield will want to improve around there. Panda purple. Shippo in 5th. Betty Shippo will be happy with that. He's been seen to be doing a lot better since the update as well. I'm odds on him qualifying tonight. And Steve-O. Right, let's see some sector times through this bus stop. That gap looks visibly closer. Dad up. Ashriel up, but not quite purple. Let's see if we can get a sector time off Steve-O before we flick through. Steve-O's down, he won't be improving. Dad crosses the line. 45.1. Gloss with a 45.2. Closed the gap a lot, but not quite enough. Ashriel with a 45.4. Steve-O giving Shippo some slipstream at the moment. Let's see if Shippo can improve. Let's see if Shippo returns the favour in the race. Almost for Shippo there. I think that's everyone. Just let's check. Crosses the line with a 52.2. The pole position goes to Dad. Very close though, 1/10 ahead of Glassboss, who's only 2/10 ahead of Azrael. 2 Americans and a Canadian on the top 3 for qualifying around Daytona. I think overall they'll be pretty happy with that. Let's see what happens into turn 1. See if this order stays the same. Chunky, it's the only track they know. Wow. It's a bit more complicated from this time because there is some corners, it's not a straight oval. Alright, and so Dad pole position with a 45.1. Glass second, a 45.2. Then Azrael, Steve-O. Deputy Fishtail, one of our new drivers, sat in the Porsche. Shippo in 6th place. I think he'll be relatively happy with that. Panda 7th. Apex 8th. Ronnie 9th. Jay 10th. Highfield 11th. Charger 12th. The Chick 13th. And Bibby didn't set a time. So, race will start in the next 2 minutes. Everyone getting ready to check their tyres. So we've had some votes for Gloss for a win around here. Any more from anyone in the watching now? I think the Corvette definitely fast in a straight line will help around the back straights. Just depends if the Mercedes can keep them at bay through the twisty corners and then sit in slipstream. And also, which is the better strategy? So I don't think you'll get soft around here for 15 laps. I know Panda's listening, so I'm co-race engineer for Panda if he is. But how much time do you lose if you run mediums? We've seen how much of a impact strategy you can have around Dragon Trail with Airman doing a no stop on mediums. So is that possible to be done again? It's quite weird not having a co-commentator. I'm so used to it now. You've let me down, Chunk. You hurt your leg. You still could have talked. Alright then, we're about to get underway. There we go. Here we go. The lights are up and off we go. 15 cars, full speed into T1. Let's see what happens. Sit on board from Panda's point of view, he'll be able to get a good shot of the action. No casualties through turn 1. Oh, R12 into the back of glass. Managed to save it and not lose too much time. No damage either for either car. The 2 Renault drivers heading into Panda's managed to get in the lead in front of Dad as well. He'll be making up a position from his not start. Let's have a look from Gloss's point of view into the bus stop. Oh, don't think that bump drafting quite worked. This might be a busy night for the stewards after this race from what we've seen so far on the stream. That Corvette, they're absolutely reeling Pandering down these straights. And positions just Glass Boss loses that 2-second penalty. And lap 1 drops him down to 10th. Yep, Chunk, I think you're right. We might be busy this week. We have 9 drivers qualify, so currently Apex in that last qualifying spot. All these cars still really close together as well, coming around on lap 2. I mean, Apex is only 3 seconds off the lead. Shippo sent it up the inside of Ronnie. No, Scott, the Basher's doing well. Little Vacuum's making up some positions. Back into 5th. And sat in Dad's slipstream currently. Coming up to the bus stop, so Dad had an incident here coming into it. See if he can get through correctly this time. Shippo's favourite overtaking spot from the practice that we've seen. No dives. Oh, 1 second penalty for Dad. That's going to demote him again. Azrael and Panda, I don't know if they're bump drafting or if they're fighting. All these cars still really close together if we're honest. We've still got 12 laps or 13 laps to go, so we're not sure what can happen. Azrael going even faster than his current fastest lap as well. And the new physics, the tyres do need to warm up a bit more, need to be in the right window, so it's probably about the right time for him to set a fast lap. He's got the slipstream off Panda. Not too sure how much the dirty air is going to affect him, especially going into that bus stop. If I was Azrael, I'd want to be on the inside or past before that corner even gets there. Steve-O still hanging in on the back as well. Shippo a little way off, but 4th place. I mean, if he can hold on to it, he'll be happy with that. Fishtail up into 6th. Ronnie in 5th. Dad demoted himself down to 7th. In the Reese's Mercedes. Jay in 8th. Glassboss back into the qualifying positions in 9th. I won't repeat that one on stream, Chunk. But yes, if he finishes 4th, he should definitely be celebrating with as many friends as possible. Charger 10th, Highfield 11th. Needs to make up a couple more places to qualify. Same for Apex as well. These two drivers normally regular qualifiers, but a bit of argy-bargy at the beginning. Has demoted Apex, and Highfield hasn't been able to make any inroads through. Let's get back up to the front. Panda with a half-second penalty, fighting Steve-O. Azram managed to get past both. The more these two fight, the bigger that gap's going to be, and that's not what Panda needs when he's already going to have to slow down for half a second. And that half a second in time is, especially on the back straights down here, is probably closer to a second and a half. We'll see that after the bus stop with the gaps. Nose to tail between Steve and Panda. Panda with damage as well, front bumper and front left suspension. Panda managed to get past Steve there. He's going to serve his penalty now, though. This is going to drop him right back, probably towards 6th, 7th position. Quite early on in the race, these cars are really close together. Oh, someone's just gone spinning off in the background. Was that Shippo? It was. He's still in a qualifying position. He's in 8th. But he has managed to pick up some damage. Being on the mediums, he's not going to want to pit. I didn't quite see what happened there. I just saw a blur of blue go spiraling out of control. So that aero damage is really going to hurt Chippo's top speed as well, which will make him fall into the clutches of Highfield and Apex. Gloss back up to 6th now, past Jay. And Glass on the mediums as well, someone who doesn't advocate for them usually. Going for a no stop, I'd imagine. Same as Dad, but Dad again also has damage. You can see the gap that Steve-O's pulling on Panda at the moment with that damage that he's carrying. All while our American friend is pulling a nice lead out of slipstream now from Steve-O. That Renault after the update as well managed to gain some top end, so it's not as slow as it was. All the sparks coming off the cars looking beautiful. The extra 7th gear as well might help a little bit with fuel consumption, not sure. Not that it'll be needed in this race, but if it qualifies for the feature it will. Let's go on board for a lap with our current race leader. So Azriel's opted for softs, so we are just under halfway through the race. His rear right tyre is just over halfway worn. How much time is he going to start losing though, especially now with all the understeer that the cars generate? Can he do a one-stop on softs, or is he going to have to pit the cars behind him? That pack is still very close. If he pits, the chances are, I'm not quite sure the pit loss, but chances are he's going to be coming out either right in the middle of it or behind it, and then have to make up all this, do all this work again. 7/10 slower than his fastest lap already with that wear on his tyre. Still pulling away from Steve-O, who's also on softs. But their lap times now are getting awfully close to our medium runners, Dad and Glass. That damage is really hurting Dad, slowing Glass down there. There's a second up before. He's lost half a second through that bus stop. With the slipstream now, we should be able to pull straight past. No, he's going to bump. Panda pits. So Panda was on the softs and had damage, so I'm not too surprised. Glass and Dad trying to work together here, I think, to either catch back up or to pull away from Jay, I'm not sure. Both of them on medium tyres and Glass with no damage. This is just Glass holding himself up, and with Dad the current leader, you want to take as many points away from him as you can. Apex and Highfield all managed to get past Shippo and Bibby and Ronnie. Shippo has pitted for softs though now, so he's got the fresher rubber. Ronnie's on softs, will probably need to pit. Bibby's on mediums. Panda's just pitted. Highfield on softs and damage. I'm not sure if his tyres are going to last. Apex on mediums. There's a chance for Shippo to get back into it. Is Glass going to go for the move this time, or is he just going to keep bumping? Keep bumping. R12's having a great race at the moment at the front, pulling well ahead of Steve-O. But will he pit? Whilst all the commotion's going on as well, our new racer, our new American friend, got himself up into third. He's on the mediums, he's on the, I would suggest, the more optimum strategy than Steve-O. Got 4.7 seconds to reel in, but I think it's doable, especially if Steve-O does decide to pit. So he's been invited to the lead from R12, our current race leader. And for a debut race, I think he's doing alright. Oh, as it gets dark, the flames, the sparks. Let's hope it looks great on the stream. Glass still just choosing to stay behind Dad. After the incidents at the start, I think if these two work together, their goal now isn't to win, it's to just make sure they qualify for the feature race. The gap to Jay hasn't really changed. If anything, they've pulled away slightly, so Glass is helping Dad here, he's saving him, if anything. Yep, still choosing to work together. Have we got any closer battles on track, as these two are being very friendly with each other? So Ronnie in the last qualification position, Bibby sat behind in slipstream. We'll be looking to make that move potentially. Decided not to through the bus stop. Shipper right back on the on the back of Bibby and Ronnie now on the fresh softs. I'm going to see a move into turn 1 from Shippo. Closing to Bibby, but probably a little bit too far for a dive. Bibby parking his car on the apex there to stop Shippo trying to switch back underneath. He's a lot closer now though. A much better run out of that hairpin. I don't think Bibby's license plate that says back off's going to save him out. Shippo straight on the inside. He was ahead at the apex, left Bibby room. Moved on, now he's on his chase for Ronnie to get back into disqualification positions. Not quite in slipstream as he comes out of that corner, but he does have a better run than Ronnie. Ninth time through the bus stop for Shippo. I think he'll be happy with his, even though he's had his accident, not sure what happened with it. His overall pace seems to be much improved today. Hello Mr. Harris from Wales. Thanks for tuning in. Shippo sat right in Ronnie's slipstream, pulls to the inside as he crosses the line. Move completed before turn 1. Move done. Ah, Mr. Harris is filthy. How's your holiday, mate? Boosted fellow Welshman. As you can see, your championship competitors down in 4th and 5th after a couple of accidents. I think Gloss has decided he's not going to sit behind Dad anymore with his damage. I think he might have left himself a bit too much to do to catch up for a podium, but he should be able to pull away from Dad relatively comfortably. And the gap to Jay now 5 seconds, so Gloss has done his due. He saved Dad from being caught by Jay, and now he's on his way to try and catch 3rd. Filthy, it sounds like there's nothing better sitting on a campsite, you got any s'mores, and then watching ERL. Even though Dad's got his damage, he's fighting back for Gloss. Yep, 1st, 2nd and 3rd helps you for when you get back and start racing again. Fishtail, our new driver, still in 3rd, kind of catching up to the back of Steve a little bit, I think, as well. Cider by the fire, says Scott. Well, he can, he's not driving, you are later. You need to be in the game to try and get a win over Boosted tonight. You had the pace in practice. Can you do it in the race? Or are you going to spin on the bus stop and get yourself another 2.5 second penalty? So Asriel's rear right tyre now, sort of 10-15% left. He's got 4 more laps to go. What does this bus stop look like with tyre wear like that? Filthy's on the Stellas at the moment. So he's 2.5 seconds down on his fastest lap, but it's still enough to keep away from Steve. He's on the same strategy, but the mediums now are catching back up. Look at the tyre wear difference between the Porsche and the McLaren. And Scott, don't talk about top speed. It's still a very touchy subject for myself at the moment after what they did to my car. Dad's still kind of in the slipstream of Gloss at the moment. Got 4 laps left. Let's just have a quick flick through the order. So we have Azrael in first place, 4-second lead. Fishtail's got past Steve-O, so the 2 Americans on the American track, first and second. 2 friends, 2 racers that race together outside of ERL as well. Can Fishtail catch Azrael? What a debut that'll be if he can haul these last 3.5 seconds. Much better tyres. I think it's there, I think it's possible. Looking at the lap times at least. Steve-O, our Englishman in third. Glass in fourth. He is catching up to Steve-O. He's got the same sort of gap that Fishtail has to Azrael, so maybe he can squeeze in a podium. Dad in fifth. Damage from quite early on in the race. Some incidents which I'm sure we'll hear about after the race has demoted him down there. Apex has managed to drag himself up to 6th as well. A little bit away from Dad. Not sure he's not gonna catch, but he's just gonna keep Jay and Panda behind. Jay on old softs, struggling now as you watch him go through the bus stop, but still in 7th, still in a qualifying position. I think anyone on the softs is going to really start to struggle now. Look at that, 2 seconds off his fastest lap in the 49s. You've got Apex in front, sort of 47s-ish still. I mean, I think he must have had an incident on the last lap, but Gloss still in the 47s. Panda in 8th on the soft, so he's already pitted after a crash to get rid of some damage. Shippo in 9th, so he's still in a qualifying position. He's got a nice 12-second lead to Bibby. It's just unfortunate he didn't get to finish in 4th. I think Chunky, you jinxed him, if you are still watching. You called him out for his early celebration. It didn't work out for him. But he'll still be happy that he gets through to the feature race, I'm sure. Oh, yellow flag. Who's that? Oh, that's Highfield. Not a lot of practice for Highfield, I don't think, this week. Bibby in 10th. Ronnie in 11th. Charger 12th. The Chick 13th. And Highfield 14th. Oh, there's been a change for the lead. An Azrael span. Glass got his podium, but not in the way he wanted. No right rear tyre left at all now for Azrael. And we've got a little bundle of cars as well catching up. That's not what he wanted. The softs didn't work out for him. Glass catching back up to the back of Steve-O as well. 3 tenths. Too far for a move, or I think he underestimated how bad Steve-O's tyres and brakes are going to be there. Glass going for a switchback. Glass past Steve-O, so great recovery drive from Glass. Can he catch up to Fishtail? I don't think so. I think they're both on medium tyres. Their pace is very similar. Azrael down in 7th. Panda pitted again. This must be a fastest lap attempt with the gap that he had to Bibby. That promotes Shipper into 8th. Panda in the last qualifying position. Azrael span again. I don't know what's happened with Highfield. I don't know whether his wheels disconnected or Azrael really struggling now with that no rear tyre, and he's still got a lap and a half to go in the last qualifying position. Now he's got, oh no, this is going to be, I feel bad watching for him. Wrong strategy choice today, no pits on softs. 7 seconds to Bibby, 6 seconds to Bibby. If Bibby can, if Azrael doesn't make any more mistakes, he may hold on to it, but after watching them last 3 corners, I don't think he will. They did say after the physics update that driving on dead tyres would be a lot harder, and I think Azrael's given us a demonstration of that. Steve-O suffering the same fate, down to 6th. Gloss and Dad still managed to get a podium. How are you liking the first, second, third now, Filthy? It's changed a bit since you last mentioned it. That BMW's doing well though. Jay still hasn't pitted, he still has some remnants of a tyre left. I definitely think mediums was the right call today though. Gloss didn't quite close the gap to Fishtail fast enough, made a little bit of a dent but not enough. We still have an American 1-2, it's just a different American in a different order. So Fishtail coming around the final corner-ish to cross the line. Fishtail takes first place, Gloss in second, Dad in third. Now I'm wondering if Gloss regrets sitting behind Dad with all that damage now. Would he have caught Fishtail? Apex coming to cross the line in fourth. Jay in fifth. Shippo in sixth with Panda in hot pursuit. Panda getting a beautiful slipstream down the final straight. Panda choosing not to overtake. Oh. Shippo sixth, Panda seventh. Steve-O in eighth. How he managed to do that with no tyres, I don't know. Bibby ninth. And they are our qualifying racers, everybody. Ronnie in 10th. Azrael, I don't know what to say. Absolutely commanding race for the first 12, 13 laps, and then the strategy just let him down. Oh no, he's kicking himself for that. Not pitting when the rest of the soft runners did. Charge crossing the line in 12th. Picked up some damage. The Chick in 13th. And I think Highfield either had a technical issue or a DNF, as he doesn't cross the line. Panda did manage to take the fastest lap on that last lap as well. So what a debut for our American friend Fishtail, taking first place. Let's just have a quick reminder, grab a screenshot of these results. So Fishtail first, Gloss second, great recovery drive, and Dad, both of them. Apex fourth, Jay fifth, Shippo sixth, Panda seventh, Steve-O eighth. Steve-O lucky to hang on there without them, with the lack of tyre that he had. Bibby ninth, so our final qualifying position. Ronnie 10th, Azrael, I'm gutted for him, in 11th. Charger 12th, the Chick 13th, and then Highfield with a DNF. So that's it for us. We have another race winner, different race winner on his debut. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the feature race.